Hello everybody, my name is Kara, and today I am here to do the Getting to Know Me tag. I was tagged by the lovely Katie from A Sea of Tomes, and I will link her channel down below. I will try to find the original video for this. I've been having some trouble doing that, but if I do find it, I will also link that down below. Number 1, are you named after anyone? No, but actually I kind of almost was. I was going to be named Lena, but my dad didn't like the name, and my aunt, my mom's sister, actually vetoed the name because their Aunt Lena, her and my mom's Aunt Lena, did something that really, she didn't like when they were little, really young. So I guess it's kind of the opposite of being named after someone. Number 2, when was the last time you cried? If we're talking last time I had any kind of tear-related reaction, I guess that would be today, because I was doing some research or work on World War I soldiers, and there was an article in the paper about somebody who received a medal, and it was a positive thing. But yeah, I did tear up a little bit at that. Do you have kids? No. If you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? I like to think so. I think I would. I think I'm a reasonably friendly and nice person. I guess I don't know if I would be best friends with myself, just because I don't know, I don't think of myself as being super interesting, but that might be because I obviously know myself very well, so I seem boring. Do you use sarcasm a lot? Sort of. I guess medium amount. With some people more than others. Like with my family, I use it quite a bit, and a couple of my friends. What's the first thing you notice about people? I actually don't know. It's kind of, it's sort of a combination of things. Like if I'm meeting somebody in person, I guess it might be their height or the general, their general appearance. What is your eye color? My eyes are kind of greenish, bluish gray. I don't know. If I wear certain colors or if I'm in a different kind of light, they can look more one color than the others. By the way, authors, please stop writing characters who have eyes that change colors with their emotions. I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. That doesn't happen. What are you, a mood ring? Just stop it. It just seems ridiculous to me every time I read it. Scary movie or happy endings? Definitely happy endings. I really don't enjoy scary movies, at all. Favorite smells? I really like ocean-scented things, like sea spray and things like that. I like floral scents, like roses, but probably my absolute favorite smell, at least at the moment, is peaches. Anything peach scented I just think smells really good. What's the furthest you've ever been from home? Cork, Ireland, and that was when I was studying abroad. Do you have any special talents? When I am properly stretching, I can do the splits, which I think is pretty cool, even though I know it's not super unique. Other than that, I have hyperextended knees, which is a good thing if you're a dancer, but a bad thing for your joints. Where were you born? St. Louis, Missouri. What are your hobbies? Besides the obvious, reading, I really like to knit, and I'm really interested in fashion and beauty. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have 2 kitties, Lego and Petey. Do you have any siblings? I have a brother and a sister. What do you want to be when you grow up? My dream career would be an actress, a live theater actress, and to be able to actually do that for a living full-time rather than doing that on top of another job. That's that's kind of the dream for me. Who was your first best friend? Probably my sister. I did have a friend that was in my mom's play group, it was a bunch of moms and their kids, so I did have a best friend for a couple of years when I was 4 or 5, but she ended up moving away. How tall are you? I am 5'5". Funniest moment throughout school. This is another one I had a hard time with. I would probably say most of the funniest things that happened to me, or that I was there for, were during play rehearsals, because if you guys have ever been in a show or any kind of long-term intense project like that, you know that you get these weird inside jokes that don't sound funny at all to anybody who was not in the room, but if you reference one of them to people who were there, it's everyone just loses it. They just lose their shit laughing. So I'm gonna go with that. How many countries have you visited? I have visited 4, so I live in the United States, and I have also visited England, Scotland, and Ireland. What was your favorite and worst subject in high school? Favorite was definitely drama when I discovered it. Before that, it might have been English, but unfortunately, it did not, English did not stay my favorite subject because of some really bad teachers that I had. Worst subject would probably be science classes, any science classes, but especially chemistry and physics. I did well in them. I worked really, really hard to get good grades, but it was a lot more work than I think other subjects were, because it's just not a subject that comes very naturally to me. What is your favorite drink? If we're talking non-alcoholic, I would say milk tea. If we're talking alcoholic, I like fruity flavored things. Yeah, I don't like my alcohol to just taste like alcohol, but drink responsibly. Favorite animal? Any kind of like big cats. I think they're just so cool. Like tigers and panthers I think are amazing, but I'm just a big fan of animals in general. I also really love llamas. I think they're adorable and so funny. Favorite perfume? I like a lot of different scents. I'm a very like perfume and scent like focused or interested person, but at the moment I'm really enjoying the brand 1692. They're like an indie perfume company, and one of my favorite scents of theirs is Nereids. It was from their like Greek mythology collection, which was so cool, and it's like kind of like an ocean spray. It's like really sharp and clean and fresh, and I just love that smell. What would you or have you named your children? I do not have children. I don't plan on having children, but just like as far as names, I've always really liked the name Alexander, or for a girl, I've always really liked Katerina, as in like Taming of the Shrew, but I don't know how I would spell it. If I would spell it the English way or the Italian way, because I just think both of them are really pretty names. What sports do you play or have you played? I do not currently play any sports, but I played soccer for a few years when I was younger. I was not great at it. At least I was nowhere near as good as I wanted to be, but I really enjoyed it. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? And I'm gonna do this a little bit differently because I know I'm a booktube channel, but I'm actually gonna shout out some other creators that I really enjoy and that I think deserve more love, because obviously they're not people that I would normally talk about for like my booktube shoutouts because they're not booktubers. So I mentioned that I'm really interested in like fashion and beauty, and if you guys are, and if you're not subscribed to her yet, I highly, highly recommend Emily Noel 83. Emily is just like the kindest and most genuine and hardworking person, and she puts like all of her heart and soul into her videos, and she has such incredibly detailed reviews. And I think that even like obviously you're gonna enjoy her content more if you are interested in beauty, but I think even if you're not, or if you just have like a passing interest in that industry, I think you would still enjoy her channel because she is such a wonderful person. She has such a like, I don't know, just watching her videos makes you feel like you're hanging out with a friend, and she's not at 1 million subscribers yet. She's kind of close, so I know she's not like a small YouTuber by any means, but compared to some of the beauty gurus out there, I can't understand why she hasn't gotten there yet, and I just love her. She's one of the only beauty YouTubers who I'm still subscribed to. I think there's like 3 people that I still watch, and she's one of them. How many girlfriends slash boyfriends have you had? This is a little tricky because I never know how people categorize this, but I haven't really had like serious boyfriends, I guess. Sort of one. I don't know. That's a cop-out answer, but I honestly don't know how to answer that. Favorite memory from childhood? This is a little weird, but one of my fondest memories from when I was little is when I would watch Masterpiece Mystery with my parents, so like old British murder shows, and I don't know, something about that. I think it was like I was getting to watch something with my parents by myself, and it was really fun, and for some reason I had this memory of watching them like Saturday morning, but I don't think that's true. I think it was actually in the evening. But it was just like all cozy on the couch, especially during fall and winter, and just, I don't know, I remember that opening sequence they did with the lady who like dropped her scarf and she like screams and it's like really dramatic, and like the animation was so cool. I was actually really sad when they changed that a few years ago because I was like, no, this is like an iconic memory from my childhood, which is a little weird considering that they were murder mysteries, but my family likes murder mysteries. We just enjoy them. How would you describe your fashion sense? This is another one that was surprisingly difficult. I would say it's definitely colorful. Like I wear a lot of bright colors, and feminine. Like I definitely like, I don't know, I guess like more girly like things. I enjoy dresses and like skirts and nice tops and everything. Like so traditionally, I guess feminine clothing. But I don't really know outside of that. Like I don't want to say quirky because I don't think I'm that like special and like my dress sense is that unique or anything, but I guess just kind of fun and a little bit eclectic, because I also like I don't feel like I have a consistent like a consistent style, but yeah. What phone do you have? iOS versus Android. I have an iPhone. And finally, tell us one of your bad habits. I play with my hair a lot, not so much anymore, but there are certain videos that for whatever reason I just like fidget a lot and I keep like brushing it back and I keep like just touching the back of my hair to make sure it's like laying right or something. I don't even know why I do it half the time. I am like trying to get better about it. Although like I said, it's not as much of a problem as it used to be. Like I used to just be like constantly with my fingers in my hair and like fiddling with it when I was younger. Okay everybody, so that was the getting to know me tag. Thank you again Katie for tagging me. Anytime I hear the name of this tag, I think of the song from The King and I, where it's like, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. You know, the one that she's like singing with the children? No? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon with another video, and I hope you love the next book you read. Bye!